Mr. Speaker. Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I think in the wisdom of the Speaker, he has allowed me to speak. I am not accused. It is the House that is accused. And I must speak for the House rather than for myself. I have seen my name circulating in what I would call gutter press. It does not scare me. What scares me is the point when this House becomes neutered, rendered weak and ineffective, and micromanaged by the Council of Governors. That must be the focus. It is not about Kajwang or Sifuna or Cherarke or Mwaruma. It is about this institution where I've chosen to serve for the last 10 years. Mr. Speaker, we have never had a situation where the Council of Governors attempts to define and dictate who sits in which committee. It is unfortunate that today the Council of Governors has close to 5 governors who have been ranking members of this House. The former Speaker of this House, the former Minority Leader of this House, the former Majority Whip of this House, the former Chair of the Public Accounts Committee of this House, the former Minority Whip of this House. We would have expected that over the years, relationships between governors and Senate would improve. Indeed, the Senate is fulfilling its end of the bargain. Every year, we are engaged in conflict with the National Assembly and the National Treasury as we fight for more resources to go to county governments. This year, Mr. Speaker, we have committed ourselves to transfer not less than 450 billion. And when I looked at the dispatch from the Cabinet this week, Mr. Speaker, I think the figure that the Presidency indicated is going to go to county governments is 495.7 billion. Just a few billions shy of 500 billion. Now, that is a work of the Senate. We have delivered our bit of the bargain. Can't the governors just style up? Can't the governors just take a day? And we're not calling for a week or months, just one day to account for how they're using those resources. Mr. Speaker, if we do not stand up for this House, today it would be Kajwang chairing the committee. Tomorrow it would be my brother, the Majority Whip, chairing the committee. But if that sword of Damocles coming from the Council of Governors is not severed, then this House will not be able to do anything. In a properly functioning financial system, when you are given money, you account for it before you get more. Over the last 10 years, we have not done so. Mr. Speaker, it is time for us to come up with a framework where if you are giving counties 495 billion, before they come for more, they must account. And that must be the insistence. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank this chair. I want to thank the Speaker and the leadership of this House for not reducing this to an individual problem. And Mr. Speaker, you reached out and spoke with us in the Public Accounts Committee and Public Investments Committee and told us do not go on the defensive because it is not you as individuals. This is a coordinated attack on the institution of the Senate. And you, Mr. Speaker, and the leadership and all members of this House have spoken in unison. Mr. Speaker, allegations have been made against us. Allegations that have not been substantiated, have not been supported by evidence. The rules of debate in this House is that if you cannot substantiate an allegation, you withdraw and apologize. And members here have never hesitated to invoke that particular standing order. Mr. Speaker, I want to challenge the accusers that if they have evidence, let them do it in a proper manner, let them substantiate, and if they cannot substantiate, let them withdraw, let them apologize. Mr. Speaker, the damage has already been done. On the other hand, we as senators, the evidence of theft in county governments is documented. It is in the reports of the Auditor General. Mr. Speaker, in Tharaka Nithi, 35 million was used to buy an incinerator. The EACC has recommended that the DPP press charges. Nothing has happened. Mr. Speaker, let's put it in context because we throw around numbers. 35 million for an average Kenyan earning 30,000 shillings a month. That is his salary for 97 years. 97. Mr. Speaker, in the county of Vihiga, 5 million spent on housewarming is not our invention. It is verifiable. It is in the audit report. It is the documents of the county. A Kenyan earning 30,000 a month, that is salary for 14 years. In Bungoma, Mr. Speaker, 3.9 million spent on lighting a Christmas tree in September. And I'm happy that the EACC has already swiftly swung in to investigate the matter. 3.9 million for a Kenyan earning 30,000 is his salary for 10 years. Mr. Speaker, in Mandera, 55 million spent on seedlings in a period of drought. 55 million for a Kenyan earning 30,000 is a Kenyan salary for 152 years. None of us is going to live long enough to earn that kind of money. In Embu, 10 million used on a border event. 10 million for a Kenyan earning 30,000 a month is a salary for 28 years. Kenyans need to be outraged by the kind of reports and the kind of stories that come out of the Senate, by the kind of revelations that are coming out of these committees. But what do our governors do? The proverbial thief who turns around and accuses the pursuer that he's the thief. We have had 2 weeks of exposes, Mr. Speaker, not our invention, not fiction, based on audit reports. What are the governors trying to do? Deflect attention and make the Senate look like they are the thieves. Yet they are the ones with documented, where there is evidence, where there is proper reports of theft. Mr. Speaker, let me conclude by saying that I have never seen a situation where you go to court and the suspect insists on empaneling the bench. I have never seen, even in my football days, where the players decide on the referee. It cannot be that the Council of Governors want a user-friendly committee. I pray, Mr. Speaker, and I have firm conviction in your leadership and the leadership of this House, that we are not going to accede to that request. Because if it works in Parliament, today it will be the governors, tomorrow it will be the President making a call. And once they are done with Parliament, they will go to the judiciary. And the constitutional order as we know it will completely die. Let this baby not die in our hands. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank a few counties that are outliers. They have said that they have read the Constitution and the County Governments Act, and they know that when we invite them, we never invite a mongrel called Council of Governors. We sent invitations directly to governors and counties. Narok County, Mr. Speaker, appeared before my committee yesterday. Kitui County appeared before the Public Investments Committee. Laikipia County appeared before the Public Investments Committee. My advice to the governors, we are going to fight for you to get 495.7 billion. Please, just take a day or two to come and tell us how that money has been used, how it's impacting on the lives of the people, and we shall be good. Any other matter will be sideshows that we as a Senate will not tolerate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your steadfast support. I want to guarantee this House that we shall continue doing our job in the Public Accounts Committee. If you give us that opportunity, we shall be firm. We shall be very firm. But we shall also be fair. We shall be mindful and respectful. But, Mr. Speaker, where there is evidence of theft of public resources, we shall call them out and we shall identify the thieves. And we shall tell EACC to deal with them. And Mr. Speaker, the Inspector General of Police, I want to congratulate him because he's an appointee of this House. He appeared before my committee today and he confirmed that he agrees that Article 125 puts him in a position of responsibility to produce governors. And his conclusion was this: if a governor refuses to come to the Senate, you just need to write to us and tell us the date and the time when you need that governor. And they'll produce that governor within 24 hours. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the House for standing for the institution called the Senate.
Senator Murango.
Asante sana, Mr. Speaker. Kwanza ningetaka niseme ya kwamba ni kweli kwamba yaliyosemwa na magavana haijasemwa kwa wachache, ila imesemwa kwetu zote. Mr. Speaker, ukiona manyoya ujue imeliwa. Mr. Speaker, kitu ambayo sikuweza kuelewa ni kwa sababu walipoongea juu ya yale maneno ambayo walisema, hawakusema kama kuna kitu walipeana. Hawakuwa na shida na kusema hiyo. Lakini walikuwa na shida kwa sababu wanaitwa kuja katika kamati tofauti. Na mmoja wao akasema hata ni vizuri
ask the clerk to summon them. Once they do not honor the summon, then we will proceed to write to them to pay the fine by law. And if they don't pay the fine, because they will be in breach of the law, then we will officially write to IG Kajwang, citing this governor for contempt of this house, and asking them to arrest and present them before us. And therefore, in fact, there is a pending request now of Governor of Samburu to be arrested and to be presented before the committee. There are quite a number of governors who appear. They are clueless of what they are doing. For every question they are asked, they turn into the executive, who also have something to hide. And a good example is cited of the governor for Mandera, who allegedly was hosting the president today. The governor of Mandera could not be able to explain to the committee the use of 65 million shillings where he purported to have done seedlings. Mr. Speaker, the climate conditions of Mandera are known. And Mr. Speaker, if there are seedlings of that nature which have been prepared or bought for farmers to be planted, whether for mango or whatever plant along the rivers, can be accountable. This committee should be able to go with this governor on site and show us where these seedlings are and count them one by one. And if they don't, then we hand him over to the police. And therefore, there's no one above the law. If you are willing to be extorted, or if you are willing to give a bribe, it means you have a problem. I have not known Governor Nyang' to give any bribes or to complain of any extortions. He does not bother about it. And he's not the only officer in government who presents perfect work. There are quite a number of officers in government who are very good with their job, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, we want the ones who have a problem to emulate the good ones. A lot of monies now are unexplained from the counties. A lot of monies are unexplained for those governors who have already joined the bandwagon and are using their monies to fund activities of political parties. They are also using these monies to fund presidential campaigns, 2 early presidential campaigns. This money is meant for the counties. And even the main government, we really push it to get the allocation. There are so many counties without water. There are so many counties which have dirty hospitals, where there are no incinerators to burn the effluent from the hospitals, which is very dangerous. Their hospitals are dirty. The materials used, the beddings used by patients are very dirty. In fact, such hospitals are even a death trap to people who go there. And a governor who does not even visit that hospital dare say that we should not visit counties. Mr. Speaker, today, the IG has offered to give us full security when we go to apprehend governors in their counties, when we visit, when we go to inspect, so that no senator will feel intimidated. And any governor who obstructs justice then should be charged with immediate effect with obstruction of justice, so that the governors can account for the monies given to them by the public. This is the work of Senate. As I conclude, because I know other members want to contribute, then the Senate is the last source of defense, is the last line of defense of this country. The governors have already intimidated quite a number of counties or colluded with them, and counties are not doing their job. So we really want county assemblies to be empowered, Senate to be empowered, so that devolution can work in this country. Mr. Speaker, I do thank you. Let me yield so that other members can contribute. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, Honorable Senators, through consensus, we have agreed that because we have 5 senators left, then we can do 5 minutes each, so that at least all of you can be able to make a comment. Senator Chalagay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I agree, because in the interest of time and everybody to get, I'll just make 2 points. Mr. Speaker, as everybody has said, the work we do as Public Accounts Committee is anchored under Article 229 of the Constitution 2010, where we consider the OAG reports that are tabled before the House. Mr. Speaker, all of us in this house, or anybody who is an holder of public office, took an oath of office, Mr. Speaker, to protect and uphold this Constitution. We are exercising these powers deriving from the people and by the people, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to warn governors, because when I saw 39 of them who signed a communication, and I'm happy, Mr. Speaker, you have noted they have not sent you a letter having either of my name or the 4 senators that they have alleged they have been named, Mr. Speaker, is very unfortunate. And I hope, and I request, Mr. Speaker, if you grant audience to them on Thursday this next week, they must provide an qualified apology to me and my other 3 colleagues who are mentioned. We are victims of a vicious corruption that is fighting hard, Mr. Speaker. I want to challenge Kenyans who have been following public accounts meeting, and you are in one of them, Mr. Speaker. The reason they are naming the 4 of us, myself included, is because we do not tolerate, Mr. Speaker. When the governor buys 3.6 million worth of Christmas tree, does he want us to clap and give him stand ovation? When a governor purchases 55 million worth of seedlings in Mandera, which is a dry area, does he want us to clap for him? When a governor does a housewarming party of a speaker in Vihiga County where there is no drugs in hospital, does he want us to clap for him? When the governor of Nandi Sang uses 41 million to do car hire purchases and car hire services for personal escapades, does he want me to clap for him? No, we will resist, Mr. Speaker. I was embarrassed that the chair of COG, Governor Ahmed Abdullahi, who read the communique from the Mr. Speaker. Can you believe in Wajir town today as we talk, there are people who have been hired to go and collect toilet waste every evening, and he has an audacity to lecture some of us? Can you believe in Wajir town there is no dumping site, Mr. Speaker? And he does lectures as a COG chair. Mr. Speaker, when I see him, look, for example, in Wajir, he was using 195 million shillings on travel for personal escapades in Dubai, South Africa, and America. Yet he puts only 100 million to relief services. Yet Wajir is affected by a drought. Mr. Speaker, he is using 194 million to purchase the purchase of the office furniture of the governor as per the OAG report. Yet he gives 100 million only to emergency services. Yet he has audacity of using close to 200 million to buy the seats. I don't know whether it has a massage those seats or what does that mean? Mr. Speaker, Wajir has a pending bill that grew to 5.5 billion Kenya shillings. 1.5 billion shillings is on statutory deductions. I want to appeal to the EACC to move with speed and prosecute and investigate the Wajir County government and the governor. 1.5 billion, for us who are lawyers in this house, know that when you deduct, you don't remit deductions, that is theft of 1.5 billion, Mr. Speaker. So it is embarrassing, Mr. Speaker, that these people are using the thief in now running away. Mr. Speaker,